Hello everyone, here we go. It is Sunday evening, the 13th of October. I've been thinking all day it was the 12th, and my daughter informed me tonight that it was the 13th because we had some yogurt that we're going to use in the fridge and it said it was used by the 13th, and I noticed it was moldy today. It was like, okay, it's the 13th, so it's no good anymore because that's the day it said. I didn't think it was that precise. Anybody else? Okay, so some people seem to, if you have use by dates, some people really abide by them. When it comes to like dairy and stuff like that, I definitely do. But sometimes if it looks good, it smells good, I'll give it a taste. If it tastes good, I'll go with it. It just depends. But I know some people would never do that. So who are you? Do you abide by use by dates or best before dates? There's a difference, I know. Best before is a recommendation. Use by is a bit more firm. But what does everyone do? That's a funny way to start out tonight, isn't it? How are we all? Did you have a good weekend? It's Sunday evening here, which means back to the grind tomorrow. Lucky for me, I love my job. So back to the grind actually is always, I'm very happy about Mondays. I'm very happy that I get to work from home and that I love what I do. So don't know how everyone else feels about it. Okay, lots of hellos, good evenings. No one has commented on my very strange beginning with the use by dates. Oh, no, Cherie did. You look at use by dates, Cherie. Do you abide by them really strictly? I try and use things up by the date, but I hate wasting food too. So if it still smells and looks okay, I'm probably still going to use it because I hate wasting food. Just hate that. Snip and taste. Exactly, Margaret. That's how I am as well. Exactly. There never used to be dates on things once upon a time. When did that come in? I feel like it kind of snuck up on me. You hate waste too. Yes, me too. Yep, same, Roz. I use the sniff test as well. And Dolores says use by date and how it smells. Yep. Sometimes things make it to the use by date and sometimes they don't. So, yeah, you still always have to smell. Anyway. Dairy and lettuce, salad greens stick to date. True. Mind you, lettuce and greens, you can tell they don't look right, do they? Everything else, sniff test. Yes. All right. Seems a lot of us feel the same way. That's good to know. All right. So what are we going to do tonight? I feel like I'm going to tackle something in the mini catalogue, and I couldn't make up my mind between two sweets. So I'm going to let you guys choose tonight which sweet we're going to go with. I think I know which one I want to do, but you don't like wasting food. I know. It just makes me feel bad. We actually have this super duper fantastic fridge that we actually invested quite a bit of money into a few years ago, and it's been the best thing. It's got a vacuum seal section, so you can actually, you lift it up and it goes and lets the air out, and then you put your things in, and they seem to go, if they're in the vacuum seal, they go past their use by date all the time. So it's very, very accurate, and I love it. So it helps us not throw away food. Really, really good. No sketch tonight. No, that was Friday night, Leslie. I mean, I could do sketches all the time if you guys wanted me to, but I think Friday nights is kind of when I focus on those. So if anyone wants to see the latest sketch, it was from the new mini catalogue. We did 2 sketches, a tag and a card, and that was on Friday night. So tonight I'm going to do a sweet with you. Yay, you remember the time difference, Anne. Good girl. Well done. And Jennifer's here. Hello. Hello, Glenda. Hello. Hello, Sheila. Hi, Shibri. Who else do we have tonight? We have lots of good fun friends. Hello, Leslie. Good crowd. Who was here first tonight? Oh, Margaret. Of course you were. Margaret Gordon was here first, and then Cherie and Suzanne and Sheila. Yeah, I'd say that those are the usual suspects, right? Nicole's here. All right. So let's head over to the desk and see what we can come up with. All right. So I've got my mini catalogue here, and I want to show you the couple of sweets that I'm considering tonight. So... yeah, I agree. They probably give you a little bit of leeway because they're trying to cover their butts, aren't they? Oh, Lynn, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. can everyone see? I'm going to put it. Is it okay if I put it up on the screen, Lynn? I hope that's all right. I'm going to do it. It's going to come up on the screen. Lynn was saying hello to everyone because she hasn't been herself the last few weeks, but found that watching myself and Suzanne, very therapeutic. So a big thank you to everyone. You know what? I'm very well aware that the reason that this group seems to be so happy and such a successful group is not because of me. It's all of you guys, okay? It's the community. That's really what it's all about. So, you know, I just happen to be here providing a little bit of entertainment and maybe some know-how and teaching you some things, which I think is great as well. As we get into this, I've been made really aware for the last few weeks that as we all get older, okay, it's so important to keep our brains active and to keep ourselves learning new things. And if we can, doing something that keeps us happy as well. So for many of us, card making is way, way more than just a, you know, a fun craft. It's also keeping us active. It's keeping us creative. It's keeping us so many different things. And this community is just one more side of that. So thank you so much for you girls for all being here. I'm so, so glad, and I'm very, very thankful for it. It's a proven thing. You need to keep your mind active as you grow older, and it doesn't matter what you do. You can choose any hobby or craft or whatever you like, but particularly I think a creative craft is particularly good for you, and it really uses up parts of your brain that you probably didn't use when you were working a regular job or in other areas of your life. Yeah, that's right, Susan. I agree. Yeah, card making's your sanity, Janine. I know exactly what you mean. Yep. And that's, you know, this is something that we get to do together. And, you know, I'm so honored that I can help facilitate that. So very, very thankful that you guys all keep showing up, and I will keep showing up for you. And I'm so grateful that you guys keep showing up for me. My happy place too, Chris. I think so, Suzanne, right? That's right. All right, Gay, you're seeing us live. Oh, that reminds me, Julianne. A couple of people had trouble watching the video over on the Facebook group, and I think there's a setting that has changed. I haven't been able to work out what it is yet, so I think you can see it when I'm live. But once the live is finished, it doesn't seem to be replaying the video over on Facebook. So I'm thinking maybe as a in-between measure, what I should do is go over, and if it's not showing over there after the video, I should put the YouTube link so people can click that and at least still watch the video on YouTube. So that might just be a little, you know, a little bit of a solution, not a proper solution, but until I work out what the problem is. So there you go. All right. So the two sweets that I'm thinking about showing you tonight. Oh, also, just so you know, little public service announcement. We have a couple of things out of stock at the moment. One of those things that's out of stock, guess what? The peppermints are out of stock again. For not the first time. I'm not sure if this is the second time or the third time that they've been out of stock. Those things, as soon as they come in, if you want some, grab some, because they are just selling out so fast. They're super, super popular. I can check and see when the next lot are due in if you would like me to. But what I've been doing is when something comes in, I've been posting it on my VIP group. So if you're in Australia and you want to know when something comes back in, one way of getting that information is to be part of the VIP group. So my VIP group is open to anybody in Australia. And the reason for that is I can only have customers that are in Australia. And this is the address or the name of the group. It's a Facebook group called Linda Dolke's Private Stampin' VIP group. So if you're in Australia, you can be part of that group. Okay. And the reason why I make that is partly because I can only have customers that are in Australia, but also if I do giveaways or prizes or anything like that, I prefer obviously to sell, to give away and mail to Australian addresses. So that is the reason I'm keeping that group as an Australian group. And I'm sorry if you're not in Australia and I'm leaving you out. My apologies for that. So I'm just going to move that, but that's the address if you're looking for it. Okay. All right. Okay. You found me on YouTube. There was some, yeah. No, the reason why is sometimes I do allow ads on my YouTube channel because I actually get paid when they show ads. So that helps put food on the table. So that's the reason for that. Whereas in Facebook, you don't see the ads. So I understand why people might prefer Facebook for that reason. All right. So there's a couple of things in here that are out of stock. The Joyful Ephemera Pack this one here, Joyful Images, this one is out of stock. Okay, so right now that's out. The peppermints are out, and the Changing Leaves, it's not in this catalogue, but the Changing Leaves embossing folder and dies, those are out of stock. Okay, so I think that's it for the moment though. Hey Margaret Janoski, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Jenny, hi. After camp, you've been away, have you? How exciting. So you're trying to stay awake. I'll do my best not to put you to sleep. Part of me thinks if I put you to sleep, that's bad because obviously I'm not that interesting. But also on the other hand, maybe I have a nice calm tone and that helps put you to sleep. So I'll try and take it as a compliment if you fall asleep, okay? All right, so the two sweets that I'm looking at tonight to craft with, and I want you to think really carefully, and then I want you to vote. I want you to tell me. So either the Peaceful Season, okay, which is, sorry, Peaceful Evergreen, mostly this one, although we might use the sayings from this one. So this one's all the Christmas trees, and we've got all these lovely images. There's the bow dies, and then there's some words here. So these are what they call a mega suite because there's 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets in this pack. Okay, so I've got these. Can use those tonight. I've got some ideas for what I'd like to do if I use that one. And then the other one I was thinking about using, if you don't want that one, is another bundle, and that is the Nests of Winter, or sorry, Winterly. Where is it? I can't find it. I'll find it in a second. Here it is. The suite is called Nests of Winter, but actually the bundle is Winterly Treetops, which is this one, and these Winterly Treetops dies. Okay, so those two together. So the question is, would you like me to use the Peaceful Evergreens with the trees, or would you like me to use the Winterly Treetops? Which one do you have a preference for tonight? Let's see. All right, we've got a couple of votes coming in. Oh, looks, it's overwhelming. We've gone with Treetops tonight. Okay, that's not the one I was expecting. Well, there you go. All right, I will use my other idea that I had for the Peaceful Evergreens. I'll use those another time. We'll do those another time. You like both, Katrina? Well, that's no help, is it? Oh, dear. All right, so this is a really nice bundle. Okay, it's actually made up of a range of things. We've got the stamps right here, okay, and we have the dies, the matching dies, which, like I said, they're called Winterly Treetops, and here they are. They're a larger die pack, like a 6x6 one, and the reason why is because there's a couple of bigger dies in this pack, so you can see them. Let me see, where are they? Here they are. Okay, so we've got like a really nice wreath. We've got a single birdie that cuts out, they cut out this wreath, these double birdies, the single birdie down here, and there's some nice little greetings. It's not specifically a Christmas set, okay, because if you look at the greetings, we've got a sending thanks and much love, a thinking of you always, and a friend like you brings me happiness. Absolutely nothing to do with Christmas. However, I have found that by, you know, using like the little wreath or the branches with the berries, you can color your little berries in with red, and you could add a Christmas sentiment and make it look quite Christmassy. So you know, either way works really well. So those are the dies, and you can see like I said, there's a couple of bigger ones, particularly this one. Okay, so we've played with this one a little bit before. This one's a really good, a fun one to sponge with. Okay, so and I know, I don't know if Jody's watching tonight. I know this is not Jody's favorite one because she's not big on the birds, but don't tell Cookie, because he won't be very happy with you, Jody, if he knows that you don't like the birds. He's probably horrified. He's listening right now. Who got to see Cookie in my, I put a little video of Cookie up in my private group yesterday, in the VIP group that I showed you guys before, and some of you got to see him, so that was a bit of fun. You often fall asleep. You're just very relaxed. Well, I'll take it as a compliment, because I prefer to take it as a compliment rather than I'm putting you to sleep because you're bored. Let's hope not. All right. So also in here we have this lovely embossing folder, and it's this one. It has like a bark pattern on it. So it's a really great little background. Really, really nice. Then we've got these lovely, they are called Earth Tones Shimmer Gems, and I will just grab them out. Where are they? Oh, I thought they were here on the desk, but no, I think I put them away in the embellishment book. I've actually got a few to put away at the moment, so there's a few blank spaces in here. Let me see if I can find them. Here they are. Okay, so these are the shimmer gems. And what's nice about these is they have like a pecan pie color here and garden green here. So really, really great if you're using any. There's not a lot of garden green embellishments, but these ones are fantastic, and they go with. They're kind of a light garden green, so they kind of go with a couple of different greens. And then these ones up here, if you have a look, these ones are basic beige, and these ones are very vanilla. So they're similar, but these are a bit more beigey. Can you see that? A little darker. So you saw Cookie and you're never bored. Oh, good, Margaret. I'm so glad. All right, so there's those. Let's put those away. And what else did I have? Oh, I've also got these now. And then, of course, we've got the paper. Let me see. So there's these twines. Now, the twines are really nice, actually. This is them. So they're linen thread. You know how like we have the crumb cake coloured linen thread, the natural craft linen thread is the one I mostly use. But these are the same consistency as that. So they're not, it's not wiry. It's like, it does feel like thread. Really, really nice, easy to work with. And this is the garden green, of course. And then you've got Night of Navy and, oh, is this copper clay? Does it say on here? It doesn't say. Does it say here? I think it's copper clay. Doesn't say on there either. But the colors in here, it would be that match these colors. If you look across the bottom of the suite here, we've got real red, copper clay, garden green, coastal cabana, crumb cake, and grey granite. So even though there's no Night of Navy listed here, there is Night of Navy in the paper, and you can see they've also included it in the linen threads. So that's really nice as well. All right. It's a really nice suite. Now, something, I don't know if everybody knows this, but if you're looking at purchasing any of these things, you can purchase any of these items by themselves. However, if you want to, you can purchase the whole suite with one code. And if you were going to get everything, it's so much easier just put one code in than it is to put everything individually. So much better. Hang on, I'm just grabbing the DSP for you. Now, I can tell you that this DSP will be featuring in this month's craft along, which is coming up at the end of the month, the last Thursday of the month. Okay, so so that's yet to come, but this paper will be featuring in that, and I'm looking forward to playing around with it with you. This is a new pack, so I just thought I'll open it up. Now, these ones don't actually, these birds, as cute as they are, don't actually have dies that match them. Okay, on the back of that you can see you've got like a, well, I think it's meant to be coastal cabana, but it's a light coastal cabana. It's more like a pool party to me, like a, can you see it? Kind of an interesting little dotty design there. And then, yeah, that's good, Sheila. And then we've got, I love this one. This is really cute. We've got all the little, they look like finches and sparrows and things, don't they? Little wrens. That's kind of what they are to me. Super cute. And on the back of that is this very versatile, stripy, garden green and white striped paper. Okay, super, super nice. Then we've got the bigger birds. Now, what's really good about this paper, and let me pull it out, that sheet, is this matches your dies. Okay. I know we haven't done anything yet. I hope no one's getting bored, but it's fun to go over the set first. So you can see these cut these out, and it's not like you've only got a couple on each sheet, like some, like with the reindeer ones, there's only 4 or 5 on each sheet that actually match the dies. But in these ones, all of these match dies. Okay, either the big one with the 2 or the smaller one with the 1. Okay, so you can cut all of these out with the dies if you choose to, which makes them really, really versatile. It's really good for me if I'm sending out you know, die cuts for a class or something like that. I can cut all these out. So that's great. Then on the back of that one, on the back of that one is this gorgeous pool party, like little diamonds. Can you see it? Little diamonds. Super nice. And then you love the birds, Margaret. Good, good. I love them too. That's okay, Nairi. How's all the packing going and the moving? How's it going? Are you feeling okay? You surviving? I really like the suite too, Maria. It's lovely. See all the little birdies in the forest there? Super nice when you look up close. This one, we made a card with this a few weeks ago. Do you remember? And it turned out really lovely. And that's that same dotty background paper, but in like a grey granite, so not the pool party. And then on the back of that, we've got like little birdie footprints. If you look up close, you can see little birdie footprints. See them? Super cute. And then we have like pussy willow here, which is really nice as well. And then we've got the bark design. Okay, so it's really, really great paper. Very easy to work with. You can do a lot with it. And if you didn't have the stamp set, in a pinch, you could use it to cut out the birds and such. All right, so, okay, let me move this. Let's get started. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I'm thinking, what color would I like to start with as my background color? I am deciding. I'm actually thinking I might do a grey granite today. And let's see how that looks. Grey granite, sometimes I get confused between grey granite and smoky slate because they're very similar. Okay, can you see, here we go. Can you see the difference in the two colors? Right, so the smoky slate is more silver grey and the grey granite is a bit more, there's actually, in my mind, a touch of mauve in this. Okay, so I really like the grey granite. I think it's a really good neutral and I use it quite a bit. All right, so I'm actually going to I'm going to cut this as my base piece. So this is going to be the piece like a card front size. So it's going to be 14.3 centimeters by 10. That's going to be my base size. And I'm thinking I would like to have this as a landscape card. And with that I'm actually deciding, do I want landscape or do I want portrait? Ooh, I am not sure. Anyway, I'm going to be embossing it with the bark. The bird, it's called Birch 3D is what it is. And I want it to go down. So if I'm going to go landscape, I'm going to want it to be going crossways like this. And if I want it to be portrait, obviously I want it to go this way. So which way are we going to go? Portrait or landscape? Portrait or landscape? You received this sweet last week, Margaret. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a really good one. I hope you get lots and lots of use out of it. Yes, it is getting close to moving day, Nairi. Oh, are you I'm so glad you've made the time to sit down with us. Yeah, the last push. Exactly. All right, so I'm going to put this through my cut and emboss machine. I'm actually going to bring that over. I don't always bring it over just because it's a bit of a pain in and out because I've got to move things around and I've got to zoom in and out because otherwise you can't see what I'm doing. Let's see, what have I got here? All right, so I've got my machine. I'm going to be taking off everything because I'm embossing and it's a 3D embossing folder. So all I need is platform number 1, which is the base platform. I'm going to pop that down. I'm going to get rid of my clear plates and my thin die adapter. And I'm going to be putting this right here. Okay, now I'm using the lower half. I didn't want to use this where this knot is. I just wanted the lower half of the paper. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter if you which way it goes in. But I have been told that putting the folded edge of the embossing folder in first is less hard on the embossing folder. Whether or not that's true, that's what I've been told. So that's what I do. And then all we need on top of that is our specialty plate 4, which is for embossing with 3D folders. So I'm just going to pop that on top. Going to push this through. And it's not hard. It should go through really smoothly. You shouldn't need to put a lot of pressure on it, but you will feel a little bit of pressure as it goes through. We're going to open this up. I'm going to move this for a second. And we're going to open this up now. And you can see our paper that was lovely and smooth is now embossed and feels amazing. Okay, there's something wonderful about a beautifully embossed piece of paper. It feels so good. Very, very tactile kind of a thing. Right, before I put my zoom back down, I'm thinking, what will I have? Do I want to use the wreath today? Okay, question. Do I want to use the wreath? Which I can. And I could have it going up or down. You know, I can have it going. This is the nice thing about this wreath. It works coming down, like hanging, and it also works going up. Okay, it looks good both directions. So I don't know if anyone has a preference. Shall we go up or down? Or do we use, instead, we could use the big, instead of using this, because I think it'd be too much if I did both, I could also use this piece here. and we could pop that right on so that we can see our pieces in through there. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you have a preference? I'm just looking to see now. Shirley, you said down. My question is going to be, do we have the pine needles coming in from the edges, or are we going to do the wreath? That is my question. Big one. Do you mean by big one? You mean, and then I've had 2 people say down with the wreath. Okay, well then that's what we will do. But I could have done this as well, and that would also look really nice. Okay, so if we have it going down like so, then let's grab some white paper. And I'm deciding whether I want to, you know, you can stamp any color you like, but I think for this exercise today, I'm going to actually go with black. I don't always go with black. I find black quite harsh. Sometimes instead of black, I will go with, I'll go with, and let me zoom down. I'll go with early espresso, which is softer. But the reason I'm thinking about going with black is because if we decide to cut any pieces out of the paper, these have been outlined in black. So if I cut my wreath in black, it's going to match with these if I decide to use them. Hey, Heather, nice to see you. Hi, Subu. How are you? Does the wreath workforce the corners? I don't know what you mean, Subu. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, and then maybe someone can explain what they mean by that. And then I'm going to grab this. Now, it's a little bit bigger than what it is here. Can you see that's a little bit bigger? So I'm going to whack that on a larger block. Block E is a good size. And I'm going to use my Memento Black. Subu, let's see what you're saying. Does the wreath work from the corners? We might be able to do something. I'd probably need a couple of them, wouldn't I, if I did that? Do you mean on like either side? Is that what you mean? Like having it coming in from the 2 sides, like one on this side and one on this side? We could do that. Or we could have it, you're wondering about putting it on the corner. That actually would look really nice. That would be lovely. But if I had it on the corner, I'd probably want to have it on the opposite corner as well. Well, we're getting creative now. But that wasn't what I was originally thinking. I was originally thinking of just having one in the middle and having my bird sitting under it. So, all right. So this is going to be like so. And I'm going to use, you can use whatever you like to color, but I'm thinking, let's go. There's no garden green with blends. So if I wanted to use garden green, I would need to pick a different color. And I think I kind of do want to use garden green, especially if I'm going to use the garden green cord and the garden green gems, perhaps. So let's grab a blender pen. Let me see if I can find one that doesn't already have some color. This one is good. All right, so I'm going to grab my garden green ink. Let me put my lid back on my Memento before I stick my fingers in it. You know I will, right? All right, so I've got my blender pen here. I'm going to use just a small B block. I'm going to dip it on the corner. Might be too big. I think we'd get away with it, and you give me an idea. So I'm actually going to do that, maybe not today, but I'm going to do something with it for next time, and I'll maybe show you next time we go live or something like that. How about that? All right, so I'm just picking up some ink here, and I'm just going to add some color. So you don't need to be super precise. You can just kind of add your colors as you go. And I'm just going to come in here, and so I'm using my blender pen like a marker, I guess you'd say. And I'm just adding a hint of color on most of these leaves. And don't worry if you don't completely, if you leave little bits of white here and there, that's okay. Well, I finished, I've been making my daughter a tote bag, a crochet tote bag out of granny squares, and I finished it today. So happy with it. Anyone else been working on craft projects? Doesn't have to be paper craft. Could be other craft projects that you've been playing around with, because I crochet when I'm not paper crafting. It's nice to have more than one hobby, actually. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I've woven in all the ends, and I gave it to her this afternoon, a little bit late because her birthday was actually like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, but I got there. So I'll have to put a photo up and show you. The only thing was today when I was doing that, Crumpet decided today was the day that he wanted to be on my lap. So that made it a little bit difficult, but we got there. You bought the blender pens. They are very easy to color with, aren't they? They're a really good tool. And you can, once, for anyone who doesn't know this, okay, when I'm finished with this blender pen, easy to clean. All you have to do is run it over your scrap paper, and you keep running it over until all the color is gone, till it comes clear. And at that point, it's ready to pick up a different color. All right, you might notice I'm picking up color every now and then, and I'm letting it get like quite fading quite a lot before I pick up a new color. That way I have different grades of green, which is good, because that looks a bit more realistic, I think, than having it all the same. Which, if you are using blends, is nice, but that's why it's nice to have dark and light blends too, because you want to have them kind of different grades of color. So I don't do all my leaves or whatever I'm coloring with the same color. Right, happy with that. That's looking good. So I'm finished with this now. So what I would do is kind of run it on my paper until it runs clear. Can you see now I'm getting no more off? So that's ready to now put back away and pick up another color next time. All right, so I'm thinking, what color? I have got red in blends. I've got all the reds. I've got real red, and I've got Poppy Parade. Maybe Poppy Parade. Maybe light Poppy Parade. Let's try that. That might be good. Oh, actually, let me get a light. Sorry, not Poppy Parade. Cherry Cobbler. What am I saying? This is Cherry Cobbler. This is Poppy Parade. So I'm thinking maybe a combination of both. So the thin, I'm going to like use, and then I'm going to use the light Cherry Cobbler to make it, to colour in the rest. And I think having the two colours on there is quite nice. But you can, you can pick whatever red you like. Okay, liking those. And it makes it look Christmassy, even though it's not really a Christmas set, but you can certainly do that with. If anyone wants more information on blends, the alcohol markers that we have, I did a video on these a couple of weeks ago for actually it was last Tuesday for Technique Tuesday. And something we did play around with was the color lifter, which is really great if you want to take color out. So if I wanted to have a bit of lighter color on here, it just helps the color not be quite as what's the word, concentrated. That's the word I wanted. All right, that looks good. They're different, Donna. They have a different purpose. One of the things I love about blender pens is that you can use them to put white ink onto a project, which we don't have white markers. So I think that that's a really good way to use them. All right, so I could have a dark one. I mean, I could have two, one here and one this way and one that way. But I'm thinking I'm just going to go with this way. Okay, so let me get I've got my what do you call this? Die. That's what you call it. You call it a die. And I'm going to pop that onto my cut and emboss machine. I'm not going to bring the machine over this time. I'm just going to do it at the table next to my desk. And And now much, much, much easier than having to cut that out by hand. We've used our die. So that's the best thing, I think, is it's so much quicker, right? Now, what happened that's fantastic? Everyone's congratulating Sheila on something fantastic. Oh, how good is that? 72 Christmas cards. Good on you. Wow, that's a big effort. It's huge. All right, so this is going to go this way. Now, I'm actually thinking I would like to have a circle behind here. I think that would be really nice. And I think if we do a circle in white, but we add some color to it, I think that would look lovely. So, of course, we'll be using mine and Sheila's favorite dies, the stitch shaped, sorry, stylish shapes. What am I saying? And I think I'll use the big one. I think that's going to be the right size. Yep, I'm going to use this big one. And I'm going to do it in white. Okay, so give me 1 second while I cut this out. And then we'll use our blender pens to add some colour behind. Okay, so this is going to end up, so this piece here is going to be over the top. Okay, that'll look nice. Because this circle, almost, this wreath almost seems to continue the circle at the top, so it looks really rather good. Be a nice Christmas ornament shape. All right, so now the question is, do we want 1 bird or 2? I'm deciding. So I'm thinking instead of stamping, I might actually cut my birdies from this. So do I want the blue birdies with the yellow and have 2 of them, or do we want the single birdie? He might go better with the colors, the single birdie. What do you guys think? So I'm just going to cut this one off here. Because that'll be the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to, and that way we haven't got to chop up the paper apart from just cutting that corner off. And I'm going to use the die. So I'm thinking this one, this will be a really nice, because that's a really nice shape behind that. So that's the one we're using. I'm just going to cut them out on my machine. And it's just so much, I mean, if you don't have a lot of time, cutting the birds out of the paper is great. If you enjoy colouring the birds and cutting them out, then by all means stamp them, because that will give you more choices of colour, okay? Obviously, if you're using the ones that are on the paper, you're stuck with the colours that they are. Now, they're quite nice, but, you know, it's not the same as colouring them yourself, is it? And choosing what you want. Okay, just going through and making sure I'm seeing all the comments. Sorry about that. Okay, you have this set coming in your next order, Lynn. Great. Yeah, it's a very simple card. Also, in next, actually, is it this month? In this month's, for those of you, and I haven't put it on my blog yet, but for those of you in my team, I did send out the tutorial bundles to people who had taken part in our team challenge last month, and a card a little bit similar to this one was featured in. Actually, if I can, I spilled coffee on it, but I spilled something on it anyway. Not coffee, but something. Might have been tea. I really don't know, but I will show it to you shortly anyway. All right, so this is going to go here. My birdie's going to go here, and this is going to go at the top, but it's very stark behind this bird. Okay, very stark. So we want to add some color behind him, and I'm deciding whether I do a bit of garden green, or will I go garden green, or will I go neutral and do maybe some grey granite behind him? The green would be brighter and might look, I think it would look really nice actually. Let me grab a blender pen. It is very versatile. There's a lot you can do with it. Some weeks ago you may have seen I showed a few different ways to use the big leafy one. Now I'm going to start here right in the middle, or pretty close to the middle, and I'm just going to, it's going to look blobby, but don't worry, it's going to be okay. And I'm going to get bigger and bigger with my circles. Now see how I've got that big blob in the middle? That's okay because our bird's going to cover that. We are more interested in the bits that are coming out around the edges. All right, so like so. So this is going to go at the top. This is going to go right about here. See, doesn't that look nice with the green coming out from behind? It's really nice. All right, so that you can kind of see how it's coming together. I like, oh yeah, that would have been nice. A blue, like pool party would have been really nice as well. And maybe I should have done that. Now I'm thinking that would have been good. I mean, it's not too late. I could do another circle, and then we could see which one we like the best. But this is how I'm looking at the moment. So this is kind of where I'm going with it. Can you see that? It is pretty with the green behind it. So do we leave the green? I think pool party would have been really nice, Subu. Now I'm looking at that and going, oh yeah, that would have been good. Never mind. And you know what? The funny thing is I've got it sitting right here. Isn't that the way? All right, I'm going to go with the green just because that's what I've got. And I'm wondering, we also need to find somewhere to put. Do I want this right in the middle or do I move it to one side because we still have a greeting to put on, don't we? So I could actually have it sitting slightly to the side and have a greeting that comes out here. Obviously, this is going to be popped up on dimensionals and so forth. So I've already got the stylish shape dies for the circle. And let's see. Is this a Christmas card? That is my question for you. Should we be making this Christmas or should we just do like a friend like you brings me happiness? Because that's really nice as well. So does it fit in this? I think it will. But I mean, I could pop this down the bottom here and our bird could sort of go over the top of that. We could have that kind of shape like that. Christmas, friendship. You laughing at me, Subu? Some people are saying Christmas. Some people are saying, okay. So we have a lot of votes for Christmas. Green with the green twine. I agree the green twine is something I'd like to add before this is finished. I should clean this off too before I stick my fingers in that and end up putting it everywhere. So I'm cleaning it now. All right. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe like a loosely tied bow to sit up the top here at the top of this. I think that might be really nice. Do you need to build your stash? No, I don't think so. I have so much. It's not funny. I've got more than I could possibly ever imagine. All right. So I'm actually thinking about putting all of this onto a garden green card base today and then putting a white insert behind. That's kind of where I'm thinking about going with this. All right. So if we're going to make this Christmas, then I'm going to drag out my favorite at the moment, which is this Merry Christmas right here. Okay. If we wanted to, we could also use the Peaceful Season dies. Those are really nice. And in fact, guess what? I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use the Peaceful Season one because this Merry Christmas fits really, really good on that. And it's a really nice banner. So let's put this Merry Christmas. Let's do that. It's called Thinking as we go along. Okay, then I've also got Peaceful, let me grab it. Peaceful Season dies. I'm just grabbing them. Peaceful Season. Where are you, Peaceful Season? Did I put them away? I probably did. I thought I took them out before this session, and I did because I was going to use them. Okay. I can hear dinner being served in other parts of the house because my daughter decided she wanted to make dinner tonight, but she forgot I was going live, so she has not. So I haven't had dinner because she didn't quite have it ready in time. But I'm very grateful that she was making it. It was very nice of her. Okay, Peaceful Season, where are you? Nope, not that one. Aha, here it is. I knew that I had it. All right, so this is the one that I'm talking about. I love this banner, this one right here. and it fits this Merry Christmas really, really nicely, and it's got like little scrolly bits on the end. So that'll look really, really nice on our card. So let's, and what color shall we do our Peaceful Season? Garden green? I think I will. I think I'll go garden green. That's the main focus of my card, seems to be the green today. So, all right, let's start garden green. I'm making a giant mess as usual because, you know, that's how we roll around here. And I'm going to just pop that right there in the middle. It's a really nice Merry Christmas, this one. Nice, basic, but really nice. It's from the Reindeer Fun set, which is this one. Okay, so there's our Merry Christmas. All right, so now I've got this one here, and I'm going to pop that right here, and you can see it fits beautifully. So let's cut that out really quickly. So if you want to make this a Christmas set, you can do so easily by adding a Christmas sentiment. So, all right. So let's put this together. First of all, I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals behind my circle. So 1, 2, and 3 should be fine. And I'm going to have that here, kind of centered, so it's about the same amount of distance top, side, and bottom. Okay, I'm not pushing it down too hard yet in case I need to move it. So this is going to go like so. Now this one is going to go across here, which means that this bird is going to have to go on top of that. So I'd like it to go over that corner. So this one will go next. So I'm going to put one here and one here. Oh, and you notice these are cool because you can, if you want to, you can use it like as a ribbon slider and have your ribbon, thread your ribbon through there. I'm not doing that today, but it does look really nice. Okay, like this. And then this little guy is going to, oh, actually, I'll do the wreath first because it's easier to work out where that needs to go. One there and one there. So now we've got all our pieces done. It's really easy and quick to assemble. And then this little birdie also on dimensionals. Look. The bird at the moment, yes, it's gonna end up sort of over the top of my banner. I want it to sit over the top. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to put, I'm going to need some gems and bits and pieces. Something I did think about that would have looked rather nice, and we could still do this, in the dies in this Winterly Treetops set, we have got some like little pine needle fronds, and we could have a couple of those coming out here. And, you know, here's another one. We could have another one coming out down the bottom here going in the opposite direction. Do we think those would look nice? I could do those in garden green, and we could have those popping out there, and then we could have some bling over this side. What do you guys think? And I still would want to add a little bit of like a loose bow with my twine. What do you guys think? And now I can, obviously the tails on this are too long, but I can snip them off. And I'm thinking about popping that kind of to one side. Either there. What do we think? Do we like that, or is it overkill? No extra leaves. Rod said it would look lovely. Sheila suggested gold leaves. Maybe. Okay. So Well, yes, I could add some gold, and there's no metallic on here at all, so that would be a really nice touch, actually. All right, so let me pop a glue dot behind here. And I don't want to cover up all my berries, so I'm going to have it slightly to the side. The other thing I could have done is I could have put it down. I could have put it down the bottom here as well, but I think I would like it up the top, but slightly to the side, so that it's not covering all my berries too much. And then I'm going to chop that off. Where are my ribbon scissors? And we'll have. Oh, there's a glue dot sitting behind that and making it sit funny. I think it's still too long, but that's okay. I can always cut it shorter. You just can't add some on if you go too short. Okay, like that. And then, okay, let's grab some gold leaves. I've got this. This is in our catalogue, in the annual catalogue. This is called gold textured paper. I don't know if you can see. It's got like an interesting texture to it. It's not just straight gold. So that's, but it's a bit more brassy. Okay, it's not as like the other gold we have is more matte. Can you see what I mean? I hope you can see that. So this one is quite brassy and textured. This one is just matte. Now I'm looking at this. I'm thinking maybe I don't know which one looks better. Maybe just the plain gold. Let me run that through. I'm going to go with the plain gold. And I'm just going to do 2 leaves at the same time, so it's going to save a little bit of time. Okay, and after this I thought I might show you something new, like just I'm not going to make a card with it, but I'm going to show it to you if you want to see something new. What do you think? Does that look all right? Do we like that? You like it as it is, says Margaret. Matte, matte, matte. Well, it sounds like there's lots of different opinions, so I'm just going to go with what I've got on there right now. So give me 1 second. I'm putting these back in the pack. And I'm going to put a glue dot behind here. And then I'm going to use my little matching, we can either use the green shimmer gems, or we can use the, we could use vanilla ones too, because that would also be nice. Every time I make a card with this set, I'm always happy with it. I just think it's so pretty. Really, really nice. So I'm looking at using either the green or the vanilla. I'm thinking probably the green, because we have white really rather than vanilla. So let me, oh great, stuck on the gold. Well, wouldn't you know it? Silly me, this is what I get for not using my take your pick tool to put my gems on. So I've left my adhesive from the gem here. Now I'm probably going to mess up my gold adhesive, but oh no, it's come off all right. Look, can you see the bit of glue that was on the back of here? And this is a good tip actually, is to use the point of something to take your embellishments off the sheet. So in this case, using my take your pick tool is great, and that means that I can get underneath it, or you could use the point of a pair of scissors. That would work as well. And then there's 2 sizes, the larger one and the smaller one. So I'm going to go smaller one right about here. And then I'm going to grab myself some garden green. And I have a brand new pack of garden green, because I don't normally use garden green very much, but this Christmas, because we have so many different things with garden green in them, I'm using it a lot more than I ever normally would. So I'm going to go 14.8, which is half a sheet of A4. I'm sorry this card's taken me a long time tonight. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to show you a couple of things. And I'm also going to show you one of our kits that I haven't shown you yet because they're on special right now. So we've got a few good deals on right now. We've got a great joining special for anyone who's been thinking about joining. Right, so that's going to be on here. Do we like the green on there? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going with it. It looks fine. Maybe I should have sponged around my grey granite piece. That might have been nice, but this one's a newer one. Right, here we go. All right, I'm going to call that a finished card. It will need to have a white insert inside to write on because it's a bit dark. You think the green looks good? Good. Good, good, good. I'm so glad, you guys. And then the other thing I would do is grab a piece of basic white cardstock and make an insert for the inside of my card. But I'm happy with it. It looks nice. This is an easy set to create with. So if you're looking for a really easy set to use, I think this is a great one. And there's lots and lots of ideas online. If you're looking around, you can find lots and lots of things like on Pinterest and places like that. Type in nests of winter or winterly treetops and you will see that a lot of different ideas come up. All right, time for something new. Now in our catalogue, on what page is it? I don't know what page it is, but it's up towards the back. I'm going to find it for you. When this catalogue came out, one of the things people were most excited about was the colour wheel. Okay, super, super cool. But it wasn't an item that was available for purchase, which a lot of people were very upset about because it was just from day dot, it was so popular and people were just so excited about it. So they decided to bring it out and it will be released in November as a online exclusive. So it's not actually in the catalogue, but you can order it. And as demonstrators, we can order it now. It's called the Color Coach and it has an item code. And you can see here it's got your bits and pieces. So it's actually cool. This is my one here, but I've actually got one that I picked up when we went to Onstage earlier in the year. Okay, it's got all the Stampin' Up colors all the way around there, and it's got this little slidey thing that helps you choose different types of color combinations. So for example, if you pick colors that are all next to each other, you'll end up with most likely a monochromatic card, so all the blues because they're all next to each other, all complementary once again, colors next to each other. But if you wanted to pick colors from different parts of the color wheel, well, that's when you start working with some different combinations. So it's a really helpful tool and it has all the Stampin' Up colors on it and it will be out next month. So yeah, I hope that that's something a lot of people will really enjoy having in their at their disposal to help them. And this is how they come. As you can see, it's the same size. I think it's the one I have. Yeah. Okay. So it's quite large, but super nice, super good tool. Okay. So that's what that's about. And it will be out next month for everybody else. But if you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. I believe it's sold out in the US, but it's still available in Australia as far as I know. I have not seen that it's out of stock. Now, here's something else that's new. This is also coming out in November for customers. It is another hybrid embossing folder. And what does hybrid mean? It means that the dies and the embossing folder work together. Okay, so this is called Happy Hibiscus. You've got the beautiful stamp set with some nice greetings and backgrounds and a little backgroundy stamp kind of cross-hatching thing here. And then you've also got the embossing folder and you've got the dies. So I've already made a card the other day with this, which I'm not ready to show everyone yet, but it's got these a circle with like little dashes around it and also a really nice banner. And then this big stamp here, actually, you know what I love most about this one? I love these. When you cut them, all the petals are separate so you can pop them up. They look so good. I really, really like them. They're my favorite bit of the dies. But this one is good because you can see that it matches. Let me find where it is. This one. Okay, it matches these ones so that when you put this through, it cuts out these three flowers and embosses them at the same time. Okay, so that's what happens when you use an embossing folder. Now, I'm thinking at the moment that this will probably be my Zoom class that will happen at the end of November. So for anyone who wants to be involved in the Zoom class, I'm probably going to be using this because it has lots of great possibilities with dies and so forth. So if you have this, you'll find it very easy to use. But yeah, I love these little guys. These ones are great. So I bought this thinking it'll be a really good one to have, and I'm looking forward to using it. So there we go. You'll see me creating. It's on your list, is it, Sheila? Yeah, and Nari said she's just ordered it too. It's a really, really nice, but I'm not showing the card yet because the card I've made so far is for a specific event that I've got coming up with my team, and it's a big surprise. So I can't show you that card yet, but I will make more. I will be making more with it, and you'll get to see it. But what I thought I'd show you now, before we say goodnight, is one of our kits that came out. This one came out last month. Now, the Look Back card kit, which is a journal for scrapbooking, that one came out this month. All of our kits are on sale right now, and I think that has led to this month's kits, the Look Back kit, selling out. We have two, though. There is another kit that has not sold out, but the Look Back kit has sold out, and there's still a couple in the kits collection that are currently unavailable. This one, however, last time I looked, was still there. I probably should go and look and make sure right now it's still there. Let me go into the kits collection, and I will answer any questions that you have about it. Here we go. Kits collection sale. Here we go. All right, so this one is called the Card Keeper Kit, and it came out last month. Let me just give you a price on it so you know how much it is. Oh, why is that one not coming up for me? Oh, I hope it's not sold out. Hope not. So I'm going to double check. If it has, there's not a lot of point in me showing it to you. 164377 is the number. So I'm just going to put that in and see if it comes up. It is unavailable. Oh my goodness. Well, in that case, I'm not going to take you right through this kit. I hate it when the kits go unavailable, but I'm not surprised they're going unavailable this month because this month is a sale. So yeah, but this is super nice. I'm going to open it so you can see. I'll just open the box because the box is so good, and it's really heavy duty. And it's, I don't know if you can see, look at the color of it. It's kind of like a blueberry bushel, and it's got like a shiny design. So nice. Can you see it? You had to get a replacement folder and does. Oh, that's no good. You got this kit before the sale. Well, probably just as well you did because you can't buy it now, Leslie. It's out. So I won't spend a lot of time talking about this. So these are the I mean, these are really good quality. These are the folders, the dividers in the pack. All right. So this is how it goes together. Look at this. So you can see you've got your adhesive pieces. So when you put this together, it all folds in and it's very sturdy. Okay, so you've got 3M adhesive on inside and outside, and that holds it all together so that your box sits straight, and then your lid goes on and it's beautiful and ready to go. So you kind of, it's not going together for me very well right now because I haven't adhered it, but you can see it. Isn't it beautiful? Look how nice it is. So this is a really, really lovely box, and I'm very, very excited that it's in our collection, but I'm sad that it's sold out at the moment. I hope it's coming back soon. It just says currently unavailable. Now, if you're in the kits collection in the online store and it says currently unavailable, that means it's coming back. It means it's currently unavailable, but it's coming back again and you will be able to get it. Okay, so that's always good to know. If you go and look for a kit and it's not there, it means it's gone for good, okay? But if it's there and just says it's unavailable, it means it's coming back. All right, so does that make sense to everybody? So that's what the it's a beautiful sturdy box. And then these are the dividers that go inside. And then here you've got all the cards that you can make up with their beautiful envelopes. And it's a really nice kit. You've got adhesive, dimensionals, all the different bits and pieces. And you can see how it goes together. And you've got your different, there's little labels inside for the dividers and to put it all together. I think it's so nice. This one says best wishes. This one says happy birthday. I really like this kit. I think it's awesome. All right. Well, I'm not going to show you any more what you can't get right now. That would be silly to spend too much time on that. Probably already did. Sorry about that, guys. You glad you bought it? Yeah. Well, this is actually going to be, I'm going to put the box together. It's going to be for my my stepmom. And I think she'll really like it. So it's a good Christmas gift. A good Christmas gift. All right. So we only ended up making one card tonight. I'm sorry. I know that it's I was a little long-winded with tonight's card, and I've put it somewhere, and I have no idea where. Goodness me. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So this is the card we ended up making tonight. I hope you liked it. It was fun to make. And for those of you who were here on Friday night, I had a lot of fun doing that sketch with the humble home. I know this was Friday night's card. So a lot of people have been requesting me to use humble home a lot because I think it's the most popular one we have right now. So there we go. Did anyone have any questions for me before I say goodnight? And I'm hungry, so I'm going to go off and eat my dinner. All right, let's come back to me. Does anyone have any questions for me before I finish up? Yeah, I can have something to eat now. Yay. I have to say, my daughter offered me a donut, and what did she offer me? A donut and a something. I can't remember what the other thing was, but a couple of things just to keep me going. And I said, no, I think I'll be good. So I wasn't going to starve. All right, everybody. Good night. For those of you in my team, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. For everyone else, I'll be live again on Tuesday afternoon with a new technique for Technique Tuesday. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who joins us every Friday and Sunday and Tuesday to make this such a great little community. I'm so humbled to be able and honored to be able to work with you guys and to facilitate this fun community. So thank you so much. It's a really great place to be for me too. I enjoy it and I hope you do too. All right, everyone. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye.